Hi, Homeworthy. I'm Patrice. Welcome to my townhome in Atlanta. Come on in. Glad you guys are here.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, I am Patrice Alexander. I am a content creator. Welcome to my home in Atlanta. So I purchased this home in 2018. At the time, I was in the market for something newer. I wanted something modern and contemporary. I wanted to find something that was low maintenance. And when I found this home, it checked all those boxes. It was absolutely perfect. So when I decorate, I don't necessarily, be honest with you, have a theme in mind. I just surround myself with things that I absolutely love. So welcome you guys to my den. This actually is the most recent room that I designed. So what I decided to do is just kind of pull some things that I had in other parts of the house. We can start with this console. This console actually was upstairs in my living room, and I thought it worked really, really well down here based on the theme that I was going for. And what I love about this console is that I love this scallop look, and I love the color of the wood. And then here I just have some images of my family. And then this lamp, I love this lamp. This lamp I found at I think Home Goods or maybe TJ Maxx. It was really budget friendly. I think I might have paid maybe $15 or something like that for this lamp. And I love this lamp. And these statues, so a friend of mine that's an interior designer, she had these statues and she was actually downsizing. So she called me and asked me if I wanted them, and I said yes immediately. I think they're absolutely beautiful and they work really well in the space as well. And then if we move here, let's take a look at this beautiful artwork. So this first piece was gifted to me by a very dear friend of mine. He's a local artist here in Atlanta. His name is Maurice Evans. This is actually a reproduction, and he gifted this to me as a housewarming present in my last home. But what I love about this piece is I love how he represented the young lady's hair. That is actually a baobab tree that grows, I think it only grows in Africa. I'm not sure which part of Africa, but I really love that piece. And then if we move over here, these two images are by a artist by the name of Michelle Robinson. I think she's actually a Korean artist. And I found her on Instagram. And I reached out to her and she sent these to me. But what I love about these images is how she depicts the women. They're different sizes, they're different shapes, and I love how she depicted their hair. And then here, this fabulous piece is by an artist by the name of Woodrow Nash. If you don't know who Woodrow Nash is, please Google him because he is a phenomenal sculptor. I think he's out of Akron, Ohio. And what I love about this piece is, first of all, it's black and white. I've always been just attracted to things. I dress in black and white a lot. A lot of things in my home were black and white. All my frames were black and white. So I was immediately drawn to this. And what I like about this most is it kind of reminds me of my grandmother. My grandmother used to wear her hair like this. It was braided like this, and she wore it in a top knot just like this. The one thing I love about this piece, again, is that he makes everything. Like he makes these earrings and he makes the jewelry as well. A lot of people think that this is my jewelry, but this is actually fabricated by the artist, Woodrow Nash. And then, let's talk about these pillows. So I wanted to mention how I kind of came up with the concept for this room. And like I said, I kind of moved some things around from the other parts of the house to kind of decorate this room. So I had these pillows already, and I had this rug. This rug was in my closet upstairs, and this pillow used to be on my couch upstairs. So these two things kind of informed the direction that I was going to go with this room. So this pillow and then this pillow I love as well. It has beautiful colors. And I love the Asian theme in this pillow. And if you take a close look at this pillow, all of the colors in this pillow you can see them throughout the room. Oh, and this couch, one thing I want to mention, I love this couch because you can kind of change the look of it if you want. These cushions actually move. So if you remove this cushion, it gives the couch a completely different look. Like if you need more back support, I never moved the cushion because I like the way it looks when it's up higher. But that's one of the reasons why I bought it, because you can change the look of the couch if you wanted to. And then over here, this painting is my most recent purchase. I bought this painting at my last trip at Art Basel this past December. The name of the artist is Lynthia Edwards, and I purchased it from the Richard Beaver's gallery. He's in Brooklyn, I think. So this piece actually is a diptyque. And a diptyque is when the artist creates their image on either 2 canvases or 2 panels or whatever the medium is. And so this piece is actually 3 girls. So on this panel is 2 girls, obviously, and then the other panel is upstairs in my living room. And so I purchased it because it reminds me of my sisters. So this kind of represents my 2 sisters. I love the way that she created their hair, how she designed their hair, because that reminds me of how my sisters and I used to wear our hair when we were little kids. Also, the collage dresses. When we were kids, we weren't allowed to wear pants at all. We had to wear dresses every day. So this piece is a great representation of me and my sisters. So this side table actually was a part of my outdoor furniture. And I was getting bored with it, and I was actually gonna sell it on Facebook Marketplace or give it away or something like that. But for some reason, I held on to it, and it was in my garage. So when I decided to decorate this room, I thought that it worked really, really well with the rest of the theme that I had in the house. So this table, again, a CB2 purchase. I love this beautiful marble table. I was watching this for a while online, but when I went in the store, they actually had it on floor sample sale. So I grabbed it immediately, and I think again it works really well with the theme that I have. And then here I just have some coffee table books. I feel like coffee table books are a great way to, you can use them, of course, as forms of inspiration, but it's a great way to just add some interest and decorate your space. And then here I have this beautiful box. This is actually a box that has chocolate in it. I think this one still has some chocolate in it, but after I eat the chocolate, I'm going to keep the box, because I use them again for storage, and I love this particular brand, Louis Sherry, because they really decorate the boxes really, really nice. And then if you open the box, it's designed in the interior as well. So I use these quite a bit to just store, I store my readers or, different things. So that's another great way to decorate your space. My sense of style is, and the way I decorate and the way I dress would be considered eclectic. Even though my home is modern and contemporary, I wanted to mix it up a little bit and decorate it in an eclectic style. So when people come into my home, they're really going to get a sense of who I am. In my home, I have a lot of artwork, and I'm very particular about the things that I put in my home. I pay a lot of attention to detail. So when you walk into my home, you'll get a really great sense of the things that I like and who I am as a person. So if you follow me, we can go into my entryway. Come this way. So let's talk about this beautiful bench. So I purchased this bench from CB2 as well. And what attracted me to this bench was these hooves, these claw feet on the bench. And when I originally purchased it, the bench was, it had a different fabric. It was an off-white cream color fabric, and I didn't think that it really did the bench any justice. So I partnered with this phenomenal design firm here in Atlanta, Forbes and Masters, and they suggested they presented this fabric to me to see if I liked it, and I fell in love with it immediately because for a few reasons. Number one, I love velvet. Number two, it's my favorite color, green. So I thought this particular fabric really enhanced the bench, and I feel like it's a great introduction to the rest of the house. It kind of informs you on my style and what you're going to see in the rest of the house. And then here, this is actually a planter that I purchased from Home Goods, and I wanted kind of an artful way to display slippers that I present to my guests when they come in. We're generally a shoeless house, so I always offer slippers or some socks or something like that my guests can wear, and they can take them with them when they leave. So I wanted to, have, make it kind of playful and, as well as artful, just so that the slippers are not just lying around. So I thought this was a really cute way to display the slippers. And then here, this piece, I purchased this from an antique store. And what I love about this piece is, number one, she looks a lot like my baby girl, but I love the way the artist styled her hair. I love how striking that her eyes are, her full lips. And she just has a sense of, she looks like a leader. She looks quite determined. And that really, to me, describes my daughter, to a T. So that's how I felt when I saw it, and I had to get it immediately. So if you're ready, we could go upstairs to the living room. Follow me. Welcome to my living room. When I was trying to come up with concepts for this living room, I wanted something that felt Parisian. I wanted it to feel sophisticated but understated. So that's kind of the direction that we took with this living room. This room has changed quite a bit. Initially, with this couch, the couch was one piece, but I decided that because we could entertain so much, I decided that it looked a little bit better and it felt a little bit better as far as entertaining, that the pieces be separate. So I really liked the way we've repositioned the couches. Next to this couch, we have this beautiful vintage table. And like I said before, I tend to decorate a lot with coffee table books and boxes. As we go through the house, you'll see that I love orchids. I have orchids pretty much on every floor. And then if we move over here to the other part of the diptyque that I spoke about earlier, this is the second panel to that diptyque. And again, this, like I said, I love this artist. I love her collage. And this piece, kind of represents me, and like I said, the other piece downstairs represents my sisters. And then, let's talk about this brick wall. So when I initially purchased this home, the brick wall was kind of had a reddish tone to it, which I was not crazy about. So I love the fact that we painted this wall black. It is especially because when the TV is off, the TV kind of disappears. On the outside of the brick, we painted it gray. And that gray color actually is the same color that's in the ceiling in the kitchen. So I thought that was a great transition. And then if we move over here, I wanted to break up the room just a little bit because on this side is my plant area. So I wanted to kind of separate that from the living room. So we found these this glass panel bifold doors. And I think it just really, really looks well in the space. And then if we move over here, like I said, this is my plant area. I recently became, at the encouragement of my daughter, I became a plant mom. So these are the plants that I'm kind of dealing with now. I think I've done pretty good. I haven't killed one yet. And then here is a image that I actually found this on Instagram. I don't know who the artist is or who the photographer is, but again, I was attracted to it because it's black and white, and she's holding the blossoms in that beautiful vessel. So I thought that image worked really, really well for this area. This is probably on this floor one of my favorite areas in the living room. So this table I purchased from, guess, CB2. I purchased this mirror from Home Goods. I actually bought this when I first purchased the home. I had no idea where this mirror was going to go. It sat in my garage for a long time. But when I saw it, I had to have it because I've never seen anything like it. It does have a lot of nicks and bruises, which I didn't really care about because I think it adds character to the mirror. And I think it found its perfect, perfect home here in this little nook. This is another piece by Woodrow Nash. This one is a little bit different. Well, it's taller, but this one he embellished it with a little bit more gold, which I love. And this beautiful embellishment with the necklaces. And then here, just more boxes. In this box, I store my remotes. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I shoot a lot of my content in this section, in this area. And so out in this box, I just store my remotes and things that I need for my content. This is what I call my gallery wall. So I have pictures of my family here. I also have some other images that I found on Instagram. I just use them as placeholders until I get more family photos. And then this image in the middle, I purchased this from a marketplace here in Atlanta called Westside Market. And I love this piece. I absolutely love this piece. I was drawn to it initially because of the colors. It has these beautiful blue colors and green, of course. But I love the fact that she's looking up and she's looking forward. And it kind of reminds me of my daughter as well. If you can get a close up, every time people come, they always think that this is a portrait of my daughter, but it's actually, I don't know who the artist is, but I think it's a beautiful piece. This bench, I purchased this from CB2 as well. I mean, this is a very functional bench. I use it as a side table. I use it when we have parties, if we have extra seating. We use it as a footstool, so it's really, really functional, as well as being beautiful. And then this table. So this table has a lot of functions as well. I like how artful it is. I moved it around quite a bit. I can push it together to give it one particular look. Sometimes when we're entertaining, I'll separate the pieces and put one by each the couch pieces so people can have, a drink table or something like that. So yeah, I love this coffee table a lot. This is our bar area. I am not really a drinker, but I did want to have a place for, our guests when they come over to be able to mix their drinks. I also have always been a collector of beautiful glassware. So I wanted to have a place to display my glassware. And then here is a print that please forgive me and don't come for me in the comments because I cannot remember this artist's name. I actually have her coffee table book downstairs, but I can't remember her name. But I love this photo that she shot of herself. And so I just tore it out of the book and put it here, just to kind of decorate the bar, to give it a little bit more interest. So yeah, I just keep my beverages here, alcohol here, and I think up here I store some more glasses. So yeah, I love this bar. So for 36 years, I was a dental consultant, but I recently became a full-time content creator. I'm also a mom to a beautiful 32-year-old daughter, Brianna. And in addition, my boyfriend is a full-time visual artist. He's been painting for about 40 years. So I work for him as well as his studio manager. So what I try to do with my community is I try to encourage women, hopefully I encourage women to live as boldly and as freely as they can. I speak to women in particular over a certain age, over the age of 50, and I hope to encourage them that they can wear what they want and not to fit in any particular box just because they're of a certain age. All right, welcome to my kitchen. I think the only thing that I changed in here after I purchased the house was I changed these handles. They were kind of boring because they were the contractor grade handles. So I wanted to give it just a little bit more panache. I think I bought these from Amazon. So that's really the only thing that I've changed in the kitchen. I love these light fixtures. Well, after I purchased the home, I upgraded these fixtures, and I actually had a rude awakening because even though I've owned several homes, I've never really invested as much as I've invested in this home. And I had a rude awakening. I didn't know that light fixtures cost as much as they do. So I think that's probably why I didn't do too much in this kitchen. I didn't change any countertops. The only thing I changed was the handles on the cabinets, because I wanted to be able to afford these lights. And I just really, really think that they set off the space. They really elevate the space. So welcome to my dining room. So I always say that this dining room is small, but I think it's packed with a lot of personality. Let's start with this beautiful, beautiful wallpaper. This wallpaper is actually, it's by a company called Mitchell Black. It is a Black-owned wallpaper company. And I love the green. As you know, I've mentioned that a zillion times. The only thing I think I'm gonna update in here is this light fixture, the light plate, because I always like my light plates to kind of, I think this is just too simple, and it's, I want something a little bit more elevated to kind of, capture the wallpaper. So that's the only thing I'm probably gonna change. And then if we move over here to this stunning piece of artwork. So I was initially attracted to this because I think that she just demands attention. She has a lot of strength. I love the way the artist depicted, how she elongated her arms, how she depicted her hair. I actually found this artist on Instagram as well. Her name is Ingrid Beers. I think she's out of the Netherlands maybe. But I reached out to her, and I was so happy that they weren't sold out, because it's only 50 of these. And I have number 32, so I was so thankful that they weren't sold out. And then we have these beautiful sculptural lights. In this space as well, I think it kind of has a speakeasy kind of vibe to it. So I thought these lights would work well to try to speak to that. That was the kind of message that we were trying to deliver in this space. Was we wanted to give it kind of a speakeasy type of vibe. And then here, this table is cement, and I was in love with it initially when I purchased it, but I'm not so crazy about it anymore, mainly because it's too heavy and it's too awkward to move around. So I think we're gonna change this out and maybe do something that's maybe wood, or maybe a glass top table or something like that. I know glass top is probably old fashioned right now, but I'm definitely gonna change this table eventually. And these are the chairs that I purchased from CB2. And then I want to talk about these plates. This is, again, that Harlem Toile print. And then what's cool about these plates is the print continues on the back. This is a collaboration that Sheila did with Wedgwood. So I have 4 of these, so they're all different colors. And I think they're absolutely beautiful. And then right here I have, like I mentioned before, I love to collect glassware. So these glasses, flutes, I started collecting these about maybe 15 years ago or so, and I purchased them from a boutique here in Atlanta, and I only purchased 2 initially. And my intention was to go back and purchase more, but unfortunately he closed, and I wasn't able to find them for a long time. But I did find them recently on eBay, so I was able to purchase 4 more. I do want to complete the set and I want to have 6. So hopefully they haven't sold out, and hopefully I can find them. But what I love about these is this represents I think it's the Swazi tribe. They're an African tribe in Central Africa, and each one of them is completely different. And then this one, I have to say, is my favorite one. This warrior has her baby on her back. She's carrying her baby on her back. So this is my favorite one. This is a picture of my family. The only person that's missing is my brother. He wasn't born yet when my mother had this picture taken. And I'm so happy to have this. My mother finally, I've been asking for it for years, and she finally was willing to give it up. And the only thing I changed, because she was reluctant to give it to me, so I didn't want to change anything about it. So this is how she had it framed originally. The only thing I did, I wanted to modernize it just a little bit. So I had this frame, it's just a little bit more modern. So I had this frame added to it. But I know it's stained and it's faded, but I love it. These are my 2 sisters and my parents. So I love this piece. So if you're ready, we can go up to the primary suite. So welcome to my fabulous bedroom. This room gives me goosebumps. I mean, and I'm not joking. So quick story, when the designers asked me how I wanted to feel when we designed my bedroom, what I told them, I said, I want to feel like Carrie Bradshaw, right? And they said, what do you mean, Carrie Bradshaw? I said, there's a scene. I said, if you don't know the scene, go back and look at the scene. There's a scene, I think, in the second movie where she's entering her apartment. And she and Big, they enter their apartment. And she's just kind of, you know, tinkering around with her drapes and kind of looking around at her beautiful space. And that scene just stuck in my mind. So I said, listen, I don't know what you have to do. I don't know what you're going to come up with. Here are some of my ideas, but this is how I want to feel when I walk into my bedroom. And I think they did a phenomenal job. I love my bedroom. I mean, when I look around, that everything that I look at, everything that I see, everything that I touch, I mean, I love it. I think the showstopper in this bedroom is this lasso light. I had never, ever seen anything like this before. And when they suggested it, I almost fell over because of the price of it. But what I told them, I said, listen, I don't care what we have to do. I want this light, whatever you need to take out. If I don't need side tables, I don't need lamps, I don't need rugs, whatever I need to do to get this lasso light, I had to have this lasso light. So I'm glad we were able to work it out. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the most unique lights I've ever seen personally. So I definitely think that's one of the showstoppers in this room. So I already had the bed. I purchased this bed when I first bought my home. I think I purchased this from maybe Restoration Hardware. The only thing that we did to the bed was we added this phenomenal fringe. And I think the fringe really elevated the bed. You know, it just really changed the game. I loved the bed before, but I really like it now. Here we have these beautiful side tables. These side tables are from Bernhardt. Initially, I thought they were too big. But I do appreciate the wide surface now. I'm not a person that keeps a lot of things on my side table, but you know, if you need to, you know, you have the space for it. So I think they work really well in the space. And then I always keep a notepad of some sort by my bed, just in case I remember something in the middle of the night, which happens quite often. I always have a notepad here. And then here, again, I always decorate with coffee table books. This book is really special to me. My sister gave me this book about 20 years ago for, I think, my birthday or something like that. She knows I love orchids, so this is a book of beautiful orchids. And then we can move over to my, I guess we can call this my dressing table. So I purchased this about, it's got to be over 20 years. So I used to have a shoe boutique here in Atlanta. And I purchased this book to, I sold like shoes and jewelry and different things like that. And so I purchased this table to display the different things that I sold in my boutique. This table has beautiful carvings. And it didn't have the glass. I had the glass added. And, but it's, you know, I'm glad I kept it. I'm glad I didn't get rid of it over the years because I think it works, you know, I think it's beautiful in this space. I use this table kind of as an altar. I use it as a dressing table, but I have this beautiful onyx bowl. I think I picked this up maybe at Home Goods or something like that. But I keep in this bowl, I keep a few things. I keep these, they're called encouragement cards. And I change them out. Sometimes I change them out daily. Sometimes I change them out weekly. But like this one says, when you declare, I am open and ready to receive, the universe not only hears you, it holds out its hands to help you. This one says, where do I begin? By making your bed. So I love these. Like, you know, some of them are affirmational. They're, you know, they're a source of encouragement. So like I said, I'll change them out sometimes daily and sometimes weekly. Like this one, this is the one that I love the most. When I'm looking in my mirror, this one says, fall in love with what's in front of you. So I keep these cards in the bowl. I also have, this is my grandmother's watch that she passed down to me. I don't necessarily wear her watch, but sometimes when I'm, in my room dancing around or cleaning up or whatever, I'll just put it on and, think about her. But I keep that here in this dish. And then this is another print that I tore out of one of my coffee table books. I forgot the name of the artist. Again, it's actually the same one that we saw downstairs, but what I love about this is I like how she styled her hair for this. I think that this is yarn or something like that, but I think it's just so striking. I love the way she looks in this photograph. And then here is a vintage box that I purchased at I think in a estate sale a few months ago. But I love the embellishment on this box. And what I do with this is, I have a lot of jewelry that I love jewelry, but it's packed away and I don't always see it. So sometimes if there's something that I want to remind myself to wear, I'll just put it in this box. Like right now I have this ring I haven't worn in a while. So just to remind me to wear it, I'll just stick it in this box. So when I'm, doing my finishing touches on getting dressed, it'll just remind me to wear it. And then here, this beautiful pewter dish. Typically what I'll do is I'll keep whatever the perfume is that I'm wearing at the time. I keep that here. And then these two, I recently started collecting vintage perfume bottles. So these are the two most recent ones that I collected. So I just keep those here in this dish. And then if we go over here to this area where my chase is, I love this chase. I sit here sometimes when I'm watching television or if I need to make a quick note or put on my slippers or something like that. And then here I'll just keep, I always have orchids in my house. I normally have them on every floor. And then here I'll just keep books that I need to read or that I have read. Like this is one that I need to read. My daughter has been bugging me forever to read this book, Sisters of the Yam by Bell Hooks. If we move into the primary bathroom, so funny story about this bathroom. After I purchased the house, I had them install this phenomenal penny tile. I just love this tile, right? And the contractors wanted to put up the, the typical contractor mirror, which is not the most attractive mirror. And so I said, no, don't put it up. We just kept it in the garage. They were like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, just put it in the garage. So for 5 years, I did not have a mirror up because I wanted to wait to get the perfect mirrors to put in this bathroom. Because I really wanted, the contractor mirror that they were gonna put up was way too big. And it was, like I said, it wasn't attractive. And I wanted this penny tile to be the showstopper in here. So we recently got these two mirrors, which I think they are perfect because, they of course they just allow the penny tile to just stand out. I didn't want anything ornate or anything like that. I just wanted something really simple, something really, really modern. So I think that they look really good. Here I have another painting this is an original painting by Lynthia Edwards. And this is I think I got this from the same gallery, Richard Beaver's gallery in Soho. So another thing I wanted to point out was I'm a stickler for details. And when we designed this bedroom, I wanted everything in this bedroom to be touched. So we were able to find these really nice brass plates as well as these phenomenal knobs. And I think that really, it elevated the space. And then I wanted to mention this paint color. This is one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit on Instagram, is the color of this paint. The color is Black Fox. And I think it's Sherwin-Williams, but it's a beautiful color. And I'm glad that we were able to find these door plates that match it perfectly. And then in the water closet here, again, we repeated the Sheila Bridges toile print on this Roman shade. And then I also changed out the doorknobs. These are vintage glass doorknobs. And then I also changed the door plate to their vintage plates as well. So I think that it really elevated the space. So right outside my bedroom, I have this phenomenal piece of artwork. It's probably my favorite piece in the whole house. It's by my partner, my boyfriend, Leroy Campbell. He's been painting for about 40 years maybe. He created this piece in 1990. This piece is called Same Path. But what I love about it is I love the representation of my family, the three sisters and my brother. This is when he was painting pastels and I think acrylics, but I did just kind of take this from his studio, so hopefully he'll let me keep it because I absolutely love this piece. Home to me is sanctuary. It's a place of refuge, it's a place of restoration, and it's a place of love. Okay, Homeworthy, it was great having you in my home today, but it's time for you to go. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.